Did Mob Entertainment just secretly give us our very first Chapter 5 teaser, teasing this brand new star-like Walkie Talkie? Yeah, I know that's kind of confusing, so we're gonna go and talk about that, along with some of the brand new merch being the very first Poe Plush to have ever came out, and oh my gosh, I'm a huge fan. Along with some other type of Poppy Playtime merch, and of course, a whole bunch more. So without further ado, let's just go and hop into the video and start off with the one and the only Chapter 5 teaser. So Mob Entertainment posted this yesterday on Friday. I don't know if this video will be coming out on, Saturday or Sunday. I guess you guys have to wait and see. But on Friday marked 30 years since the Hour of Joy happened, canonically within the Poppy Playtime storyline, with Mob Entertainment posting, "Do you know what happened exactly 30 years ago?" This, of course, sparked a whole bunch of different controversy because if you do not know, guys, August 8th is also Five Nights at Freddy's 11th year anniversary, or, the year anniversary for FNAF. So everybody kept saying that, wow, you could tell that they definitely did this on FNAF anniversary just to go and steal some of the hype away from FNAF, but we know how big FNAF is. We know that's not going to be the case. And Isaac even went and confirmed it, saying that he actually chose it because it's the day he moved out of the St. Louis apartment, and also when he met his girlfriend of now 3 years. So it was a really special day to him, explaining why. When I honestly thought it was just because it was a neat, funny little reference to FNAF because, they liked FNAF and FNAF helped them get to where they are right now. But it's really cool they've got answers to that and all the fans could, stop this throwing shade at them. But this is the photo in all of its 4K glory. The video is also going to be in 4K, so you'll be able to actually go and experience this photo for the beauty that it actually is instead of being compressed on Twitter. It just shows Huggy Wuggy just chilling in the middle of a whole bunch of bodies, all the employees' bodies rotted, and you can see that they're all just, dead there as Huggy Wuggy, stands above them all in the smoke and the spotlight. Now, I don't think this is, of course, going to be exactly a photo for Chapter 5 because Huggy doesn't look that ruined, and also Huggy isn't missing an arm, so we could tell that this is, of course, most likely after the Hour of Joy, but it can't be too much after because all the bodies are already rotted and they're already corpses, so it definitely has to be, before the employee arrived because Huggy Wuggy is still, like Huggy Wuggy. He isn't the ruined Huggy Wuggy, and also the employee's already rotted, so it must take place some time in between that. But I thought it was just supposed to be some type of cool looking render, But people on Twitter noticed if you go and zoom in into the corner to a little bit to the right, you can see a mystery star Walkie Talkie. So this is me zooming it in. And of course, I went and zoomed it in a little bit more and went and just, brightened up the image and kept using different type of filters until I finally got this image here being very bright and kind of shows the best image of what this is, and it definitely is a star walkie-talkie. It's shape of a star with the big speaker there with the little antenna with two different buttons being the red and of course the green. Now when I first saw this, I'm like, this definitely looks like a walkie-talkie, but do you know what it looks more like? It looks more like a baby monitor. If you ever know, those baby monitors you could go and contact with your babies, it looks the exact same design with the walkie-talkie, the big speaker, and of course usually a red or green button indicating if you're speaking and which side is of course speaking. So that's what I like to do think that this is. I don't think it's gonna be another phone like the whole Ollie Chapter 3 type deal. I do think it's gonna be something different and unique. Since we do know Chapter 5 we will be going a little bit deeper into the factory, and now we're gonna be seeing all the kids and where they're experimented on. So it makes sense that we will be getting a baby walkie-talkie to go and maybe communicate with the kids to find out where they are and maybe help defeat the prototype. No entire idea, but most likely this is of course something new. It could be for a spin-off game. This could be for half the other copyrighted or trademark title that we talked about, of course, in this video. But who knows? I definitely do think it is a Chapter 5 teaser. I have no entire idea. I'm not lying or anything like that. I have no entire idea what this could be actually used for or what this even is. But all I do know is that it is something new, and they're definitely teasing and hinting at something here. And of course, like we talked about in this video, like I just mentioned now, this could be for the different names like Globy because the star do glow. It would make sense that could be it. It could be maybe one of the accessories with the wrong side out moles that we talked about before. Or it could just be Giblet. Giblet's just a random name. I do think it might be something related to Globy, but no matter what, it's definitely a walkie-talkie to go and communicate with some other type of toy with different people on Twitter like this user here, saying that of course that it could be, for the Poppy Play Park, and it could be something different because you can see here with Amber explaining her design artwork about the different stars and of course space exploration. So maybe, the scientists made every room space themed, and that's the reason why the walkie-talkies were. Along with this poster, which is, I'm pretty sure was just an Easter egg or nothing really much that had, of course, stars in it. That was in Chapter 4. But I'm pretty sure that was just an Easter egg with the whole ports and all that stuff. But hey, we can continue, of course, reading into that as long as we want. But that's really it for that. Of course, the whole mystery walkie-talkie. Don't forget to go and subscribe, and of course, stay tuned whenever we do get more information on that or anything chapter 5, because I will be letting you guys know as soon as possible. So, you definitely do not want to miss out on that. But over a week ago, Culturefly went and teased us the very first look at Poe's plush here, saying that they're almost here. Hope they're in a good mood. And then after that, literally a day after that, Mob Entertainment went and revealed Poe. And I gotta say, Poe looks so good. I love the way the Baba Chops plush looks, of course, which we talked about in this video, of course. But I really do love Poe. Poe is my favorite nightmare critter out of all the nightmare critters, and probably smiling critters too. So I'm so happy to finally see Poe getting a plush. Not because of the lightning storm amulet. It's just some of the reasons. But Crow's is really cool. But of course, Poe will be retailing for $38, and you can go and pre-order the plush right now, which I of course already did. So you can just go and subscribe again if you want to see the review on that whenever it comes out. I might be getting it early, who knows? But of course, the plush looks really good here. Of course, some of the problems, of course, just being very simple ones, like the wings is being very up instead of actually going down. Besides that, I absolutely have no problem with this plush. They actually made Poe's beak a different material, so it's more like the actual in-game plushies versus just being a softer material, which I really do like. Of course, it's gonna make Kicking Chicken's plush look really out of place now, but I'm really happy at the slowly going and improving it. I love the way the eyes look. I love the proportions. I love everything. This is like an in-hand photo of how Poe looks in hand and the different angles, and of course from behind. Everything just looks so good. I absolutely have no problem with this. Of course, the zippers for aesthetic purposes, of course. A silicone charm, a leather beak, which is really cool. Of course, sadly unscented, and the pre-orders will begin to ship in early October. And of course, it says your Poe plush does not stand on its own. Standing is only shown for product photo. And of course, do not wash in the washing machine, because that's kind of obvious. But still, that is a very cool plush. I cannot wait to get my hands on them to review. It's going to be so good. So of course, stay tuned for that. But other type of little small merch news. We got some Doughy and Yarnerby plush pillow here. You sadly cannot get these on like the official Puppy Playtime store. These are sadly from the Japan pop-up shop and will be most likely only sold there, meaning eBay will be our best bets to go and get these plushies, which is really gonna go and suck. But Mob Entertainment also revealed the same day that they revealed the Poe plush was at Gen Con. They had their own booth here with this whole poster showing a brand new Huggy Wuggy render, which looks really good. We absolutely love the Huggy Wuggy render, including the Puppy Playtime Factory Frenzy game, which we talked about, of course, in the last news video. And of course, you could go and buy it in that booth, and you can say that, hey, come visit our booth. And also, they went and uploaded this on Instagram, their, Moose Toys Instagram, being a funny Hamilton reference to Poppy Playtime. I'm just gonna play it here because it's very funny. Actually, I said I'm gonna play it here, but I'm actually gonna not play it, and I'm gonna like show it when I'm talking and not have it play, because I do not want to get copyright striked just because I played a few seconds of Hamilton. But yeah, I just want to also let you guys know that the Pianosaurus plush will be coming in this week. So of course, stay tuned for a review on that. It's an early review. It was supposed to come in a lot earlier, but I kind of messed up and sent it to one of my friends by accident. I will talk more about that in the actual review, but that's gonna be it for this video here. Don't forget to go and subscribe to stay tuned for more news, and of course, don't forget to watch this video here to see other type of Poppy Playtime news, and of course, this video here to see other type of reviews, because they're pretty good and interesting.